API Gateway. Fine-grained authorization. In a customer-facing application, after users log into the application, all API requests from users first go through the Amazon API Gateway. It then forwards requests to other AWS services. For example, in this case, an AWS Lambda. Without access control, your APIs might be exposed to unintended access and unauthorized users. If you need fine-grained access control for your users, you can protect your APIs using Amazon Cognito, AWS Lambda Authorizer in Amazon API Gateway, and AWS Identity and Access Management, AWS IAM. With IAM, you can create advanced policies to further refine access to your APIs and store the policies in Amazon DynamoDB. Now, let us go through how it works in more details. First, you need to create a user pool in Amazon Cognito. A user pool is a user directory. When a user signs into your web or mobile application, Amazon Cognito verifies the login information. If the login is successful, Amazon Cognito creates a session and returns an ID, access, and refresh token for the authenticated user. In this solution, we will use the access token. After successful authentication and getting tokens from Amazon Cognito, using the access token, a user makes an API request to the Amazon API Gateway. The token is included in the header of the request. Amazon API Gateway then forwards the request to a Lambda authorizer, also known as a custom authorizer. A Lambda authorizer is an API gateway feature that uses a Lambda function to control access to an API. The Lambda authorizer verifies the token. If there is no authorization header, or the header value is invalid, the request is denied. If the token is valid, Lambda authorizer finds the Amazon Cognito group that the user belongs to in the token. It then looks up the corresponding IAM policy in Amazon DynamoDB, where the policies are stored. If there is no policy found, API request will be denied. If policy is found, Amazon DynamoDB returns the found policy to Lambda authorizer. Lambda authorizer then returns the policy and, optionally, context to Amazon API Gateway. The context map contains key value pairs, including information about the user, the service, or anything that provides additional information to the upstream service. Amazon API Gateway Policy Engine then evaluates the policy to determine if the request is allowed or denied. For example, in this policy, the user that is part of the Amazon Cognito group, Pet Veterinarian, is allowed to make API requests to these two endpoints. If allowed, Amazon API Gateway invokes the AWS Lambda function. The API request with the context information is forwarded to AWS Lambda. AWS Lambda then returns the response to the application through Amazon API Gateway. As you can see, this architecture can provide access control for your Amazon Gateway APIs using Amazon IAM and Amazon Cognito.